Hi guys. For this lesson, we're going to work on writing an equation in slope-intercept form from a graph. To start this off, I'm going to give you the list of steps to write an equation from a graph. I'm going to remind you again that slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. And now we'll go over the steps. Step number 1, you want to find the y-intercept. That's where the line crosses the y-axis, and that's going to be our b. Step 2, find a point that is also at an intersection. We want to find a point at an intersection because we know exactly what that is. And I'll explain that again when we have a graph. Step 3, find the slope between those 2 points. Remember, our slope is our rise over run. And step 4, put the slope m and the y-intercept b into the equation for the line, y equals mx plus b. So at the end, you're going to have y equals a number, x, plus another number. And that's how we're going to write our equation in slope-intercept form. So taking a look at this example, it already has our y-intercept and our rise over run marked off for us. So we're going to use this example to write our first equation in slope-intercept form. So step 1 was to find the y-intercept. As we see, our y-intercept is right here, and our y-intercept is 4. So I'm going to write down b equals 4. Because once I have all my information, I just need to plug it into the equation. Our second step is to find a second point that crosses at an intersection. You can see on this graph that they chose this point down here at the at the x-intercept. It crosses the x-axis and also these grid marks. You can see the dotted lines going up and down. It crosses right at an intersection. There's a point there. So that's going to be the second point that we use. And we're going to use that to find the slope, which is rise over run. Our rise, we go up 1, 2, 3, 4. So our rise is positive 4. And our run is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So our rise is positive 4, and our run is 5. So that means our slope, our m, is equal to rise over run, or 4 over 5. Now that we have our slope and our y-intercept, we can write it in slope-intercept form, which is y equals mx plus b. We have our m, so we'll replace our m with 4 over 5. Y equals 4 over 5x plus our b, which is 4. So y equals 4 over 5x plus 4 is the equation of that line in slope-intercept form. Alright, one last example. In this example, we have to do it all on our own. So the first step is to find the y-intercept. That's where it crosses, or where our graph crosses the y-axis, which is right here at this point. So our y-intercept is there. We're going to find where it crosses. It crosses at 1, 2. So our b is equal to 2. And we need to find another point where, or another point at an intersection. We could use this point here, or we could use this point at the x-intercept. I'm going to use the closest point to my first point, because then I have to do less reducing in the end. So I'm going to use this point right here. I'll put a dot there so I remember what point I'm using. And now I'm going to find my slope, which is rise over run. My rise is down 1, so negative 1. My run is 1, 2 in the positive direction, so 2. My slope, or my m, equals negative 1 over 2. My rise over my run, negative 1 over 2. Last thing we need to do is put that into the equation. Y equals mx plus b. Replacing my m and my b in this equation, we get y equals negative 1/2 x plus 2. And this right here is our slope-intercept form. Y equals mx plus b. Alright, that's all I have for today. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I would like you to complete the following, which is an IXL section S.6 with a SMART score of 80 or better. Have a great day.